Have you ever tested your fear like a samurai warrior? Can doors inside your mind break you? Would you ever enter a room looking for a demon? Today we test the believability of Cursed Games Volume 6.
Welcome to Believing the Bizarre,
Where we dive into the unknown and the unusual.
and tell you whether or not we find it believable.
It's Tuesday,
Yes.
and we've got one of everyone's favorite topics, including ours, Cursed Games.
I'm so excited. I guessed it prior.
Yes,
I guessed it, and I'm amped. I love Cursed Games. Cannot believe that we're already on Volume 6.
I don't know if you saw on Patreon or not Patreon. It's not on Patreon. We should put it on Patreon though. It's a list of all the Cursed Games we've recorded episodes about.
Oh, like all the topics, all the games from all, and we're just gonna play them. We're gonna do a 48-hour live stream where we just play them game by game by game.
There's a couple on there I would play.
Nose goes on elevator game.
I'd do that one.
That's a solo game right there.
I'd do that one for sure.
I'll be the one that's got my wrist tied to the furniture while you play the window game.
No, it can't be me. I gotta have my wrist tied because I'm not observant enough.
I'm not good with binoculars. I need to get better with binoculars.
How are you bad at binoculars?
You can't just put binoculars up
they're
and
the
it's
wrong
good.
way.
No, there's like you got to squeeze them and pull them out, and then you got to twist them. And I got binoculars for Christmas for stargazing, and I need to get better at them. I need to spend some time gazing.
There's that telephone game one. I do that one.
Okay.
Yeah. But before we get into our Cursed Games, I'll tell you in a second. We've got some things I want to talk about.
What do you want to talk about?
We've got a Patreon.
We do. We've had it.
And
We've had a Patreon.
We've had one for a while. We've got, I think, 2 more patrons that have joined us recently. One is Briar. Briar, you're like, give me that fucking pin. And he's on the pin tier, so you got to send him a pin. There's another pin you got to send out too.
Somebody just, I know, they hit us up. The mail people were juggling the mail. And
I think
even
they smashed it.
Even the bubble wrap was like, I can't do it.
My theory is that they're actually diehard listeners of Belief Hole, and they saw this package from you specifically, and they're like,
"Oh, you just put out gang war with Belief Hole." I think they were
I'd shoot
playing basketball trying to hit the mailbox.
probably that. We also, I think, our other new patron, Lilith. But it's fun about Lilith.
Lily, we're already. Oh,
Lilith came to our book club first.
Oh, that's cool.
Because it's open to free members.
She sampled this shit.
She did.
She's like, I gotta make sure this is legit first.
Truthfully, she did. And then she joined, and I was really happy to see that she did. I loved her glasses. They're like heart-shaped. They're really cool. And she was at work when she came to the book club. And I was like, what do you do for work? And she was like, oh, I do tests. And we're like, oh. And she's like, yeah, I run tests on diseases. I was like, they're in the room with you? Yeah.
They're just boxing diseases.
I was like, get that out of our book club. What are you doing? That's scary.
Also, reminder, we are doing our first ever live show with Cryptids of the Corn. That's June 13th. Feels like it's a long ways away, but can you believe we're already in March?
No.
We're already in March of 2026.
No.
So it'll be here before you know it.
Yeah.
And we know there's a million other places in Ohio you want to check out. It's going to be bumping. So make sure you get your tickets. They're not that expensive because we understand you are coming to Ada, Ohio.
Yeah.
But it's going to be us, Cryptids of the Corn podcast, completely live. Stories, theatrics, fun. Charlie and I will be there.
June is the sweaty season, so prepare to be sweaty. Because there's 2 seasons in Ohio. It's cold
and hot.
Sweaty. Though I'm going to go, if you're going to be in Cleveland, I'm going to go to the Hot Mulligan show the week before. So you should come to that too.
I'll throw this out too, just for fun. A couple days after this drops, the weekend, the Saturday, which I think is the 14th, Charlie and I are going to be at the Comic Con.
Yeah, Expo.
The Fan Expo.
Yeah, well, I know.
The Cleveland Fan Expo.
Yeah, we don't get
Charlie and I will be there on Saturday. So
yeah.
if you're there, we'll be. And we're not there like
they are there.
We're there the same way
we're there also being fans.
Yeah, we're there the same way that you would be there.
Yeah, I'm there specifically for the guy from Reno 911.
It'll be fun.
Yeah, I'm excited to meet him. And lastly, if you want to talk to us, You can reach us on Discord. We're there. I'm present there.
We're trying to be more present in the Discord. And we do have some exciting stuff coming up on Patreon, but we'll wait a little bit to announce that.
A little bit. But let's talk about some cursed games. So, my friend, today we're diving back into a topic that I enjoy very much. I didn't know I was going to be so passionate about this when I first talked about it, but I think it just comes from exposure, and it's just a lot of fun.
Are you talking about today's episode or cursed games as a whole?
Cursed games as a whole. Cursed games as a
I don't know
whole.
why. It makes me think of The Mummy Returns when they're in the train and the guy's like, "This is curse. That is curse." And then they get destroyed by Emotep.
Yeah, that's a good moment. So today I do have 4 cursed games that you should never play.
Are they games or are they rituals?
One's a challenge. I think the other one's a ritual and the other 2 are just games. But if you do play them, please send us a message about your experience playing them.
Yeah, I'm excited. What I always forget about and I'm excited to think about is like the outcome of these games. Because sometimes it's like you may die, your soul may get ripped out of your body.
Some of you may die.
And then you're like, wow, well, the prize must be worth it. And they're like, no, you win.
You don't lose. And you're not dead.
Yeah. So it's like, play the game. If you win, you live. And if you don't, then terrible, painful death.
Isn't the binocular one? Isn't that the one that's just nothing happens? You just don't die.
There's multiple that are like that.
I think that's specific.
I mean, even the elevator game, right? Like it's just like I did. It's like you get the T-shirt.
See the other side, bro. I think that one's got its own reward.
No, it's like you get a shirt at the end where it's like I survived the elevator game and I didn't talk to that crazy bitch on the 5th floor.
Yeah. Ooh.
Or probably say because I didn't talk to.
Probably because.
It would be very small text.
I'm pretty sure that's the devil specifically.
Just wait in the elevator.
So this first game, we kind of talked about this one before. I'm being honest. Not in a Cursed Games episode. I think a listener sent us this. And we kind of mentioned it, but another listener sent us a message on Instagram about this, and actually kind of sparked the idea of doing the whole episode.
Okay. Which, by the way, we mentioned Elevator and Devil, and that's literally a movie by M. Night Shyamalan. So
I saw that movie.
Yeah.
I saw that in college with Alex. That was a lot of fun.
It's just saying, oh, why would they be on the? But like literally, it's the film. So
it's the film. Yeah. Devil. This one is called Red Door, Yellow Door.
Red fish, blue fish.
Do you remember
talking
about
yellow
this one?
door? Yeah.
Yeah. But let's go into the in depth, right? So again, we know we talked about it before, but I just want to go over it officially because also there's good stories with this one.
It would also be really shitty if you're like, go check out this episode at this timestamp.
Honestly, I have no idea where it is. I could not tell you. I could not tell you. It's somewhere.
Okay. It was the episode where the girl, it was like she was seeing a shadow man on her like 2nd floor. Because wasn't she playing the game and her mind drifted back to her house and she like went up her stairs and there was like a shadow man that she saw in her house.
Yeah. I don't remember what episode that is, but I do remember that.
It is one of those. It's a listener submission from like 6 months ago.
Yeah, it was a listener submission. So the rules, the setup. This comes from a subreddit. Originally, poster had deleted their name, but as on Reddit, the post still stays. So what do you need? You need a red door. Sorry, you don't need a red door. Just kidding. A room that becomes very dark in which you can't be disturbed. A bathroom, a bedroom, and you also need a phone to time the event. I think it's so funny because this was obviously written by someone younger.
Yeah, what else could I possibly use if not a phone to time an event?
Looking at a clock. That's not good enough.
Well, it will be dark, right?
Yeah, it would be dark. You're right. Or a
glow in the dark clock.
This one says at least 2 people. At least 2.
You gotta have friends.
Water and a cold towel just in case.
In case it get a little heated in here.
So what do the people do? 2 people. One is the subject, one's the guide. If there's 3 people, one's the subject, one's the guide, one's the timer. If there's 4 people, one's the subject, one's the guide, one's the pillow, one's the timer. And 5 plus, you just kind of gather around, get excited.
You just got one guy. I dibs on pillow.
Yeah.
I want to be the pillow.
I wouldn't mind me with the pillow. Pillow's got a really interesting, relaxing job. So you find your room. Doesn't matter what time of the day it is. Just make sure it has to be dark. Very little, no background noise. No, you shouldn't be disturbed. Not a good time. You shouldn't play this in study hall. I saw some people who was like, I played this in study hall. I wouldn't play it in study hall.
Teachers like dibs on pillow.
Do you know what the pillow does?
No, I have no idea what the pillow does. I'm excited to find out.
Okay. Once you're in your room, the pillow sits on the floor with their legs crossed. The pillow has one job: to massage the subject's temples until the game is over.
That's why the teachers.
It's like that. You got to watch Mr. Barker. He wants to be the pillow too bad. Until the game is over, and if something goes wrong, they're the closest to wake up the subject. The subject lies with the head on the pillow's crossed legs, their eyes closed, their arms in the air. The timer gets up, opens their app on their phone, and must hit lap as soon as the armed subject reach their sides. The guide kneels down next to the subject, or sitting however they want, as long as it's right next to the subject's torso. So the timer sits and watches carefully, and everyone sits around the subject. The guide and the pillow are the only people that can actually interact with the subject. Because it's big, actually. It says, huge no-no. Huge no-no. During the trance, unless they are being woken up, only the pillow may massage the temples and may touch them.
They're wearing a big pillowcase.
Dobby is a free elf.
Commit.
You got to get Dobby for that. You can't because he's dead.
He is dead. He's very much dead.
So how do we begin? Lesson 1, to play the red door, yellow door game. This is actually a ritual. But for sure, it varies from person to person. But this is the list of this person's specific way to play. Everyone's in position. Timer's ready. The lights are off. The subject has its arm in the air and pillow massaging the temples, and the guide is sitting beside them. Someone in the room, preferably the timer, says 3, 2, 1, begin. And they click the timer, and the countdown starts, and the subject starts to go into a trance. Everyone begins chanting red door, yellow door, any other colored door over and over again.
It's like, I'm trying to study. Shut up.
Study hall?
Yeah.
Mr. Barker's like, this is more important.
Yeah, shut up. You go to detention.
I'll write you up. I'm going to write you up. So everyone's, you're doing everything correctly at this point. And your subject's arms should be at their side at this point, and everyone should be quiet. And here's the script for what you say. Here, you do the script. You're the subject.
A door. Stars, sparkles, and he moved the screen away, so I can't read the rest.
Only if you see stars. You are in a hallway. The hallway is lined with doors. Each door is a different color. You are to journey down the hallway, following every word I say. Subject now in the hallway.
Okay.
What color door do you see? What color is the door? And now that's how the game begins. So now you should be in the game. Everyone is quiet. The pillow is massaging the temples. They keep touching that point. The pillow has one job.
It reminds me of the cat scratch. Because
Yeah.
cat scratch, when you were telling the poem or the story, they're constantly rubbing their temples. That's got to be just like a hypnotic, soothing.
It's to keep you relaxed.
Yeah.
But here's some of the questions you could ask. What color is the door? How do you feel about the door? Do you want to go in? Do you see anyone? Do you hear anything important? Is the doorknob hot? Is it cold? Those kinds of things. And the guy keeps in mind that there are other people in the room and they're hearing their responses as well. And they can help you decide if the subject will act and tell them what to do. A few basic reminders that you should be aware of. No people, period. If you see a man in a dark suit, end the game. If the subject hears clocks or ticking outside the door, move along, do not go in. If you see an elderly woman in a Victorian dress, leave the room or end the game. If they are uneasy in any way, don't go in. That's it. It's that simple. If you encounter stairs, do not go down. If they go up, you can take them. I've had a few ideas for the reason behind this rule, but no actual theories. Stay away from the water chamber. You can usually hear it. No yellow doors. Every single time I went into a yellow door, it went to shit. If they hear anything behind the door, best keep them moving. Don't go in if the subject is totally unsure. Answers like, I don't know, maybe, I guess, sure. Anything like that, other than a yes, is not good enough. Always double or even triple check if they are okay with the door.
Are these rules on the guide? Do you remember?
These are the rules the guide should know to avoid, to keep them safe, essentially.
It's just like halfway through the trance, the person's like, I see this. And you show the guy be like, oh, shit. All right, I might have messed up.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
You're going to know if you messed up. It can get really bad. Assuming everything went well and this person put rare in parentheses, the subject should now be slowly waking up and what's going to feel like a lucid dream. Ask them who everyone in the room is. Ask them where they were. Name of their parents, their pets, siblings, anything. Ask them to unlock their phone. This game can mess with their memory after you wake them up.
Okay, see, I was wondering if you were going to say you have to make sure you brought the right person back.
I think that's a concern. Yeah. So that's basically how the game is played. You just kind of sit there, relax, and you guide them through this potentially other dimension, astral projection.
This is the exact process they use for every alien abduction story. Go through the door. Now you're on the spaceship. What do you see?
I don't.
Let's
think
write a
you're
book together.
that far off, honestly. I do have a pretty creepy encounter from this Red Door, Yellow Door game. And this is from Andy of Flames.
Hardcore.
Yeah, it's pretty tough. So my experience with the Red Door, Yellow Door. This is my first post on Reddit. I decided to write a real story because I wrote this as a speech class, and I had to write an audio nonfiction. And this is the ritual of the Red Door, Yellow Door.
Was a real story in quotes?
They put in quote. They put in asterisks.
Okay.
I don't know. I think they're emphasizing how real it is.
Yeah. It's different than quotes.
It is. I've always loved the paranormal stuff. Weird games that freak you out, paranormal videos, stories. Now, not that I believed any of them. I always hoped some of them were real, though. But most of them were scary enough that I lost sleep. I played some paranormal games, Lady in the Tower, Cat Scratches, the Ouija game, involving a Japanese spirit. None will scare you more than Red Door, Yellow Door, though. I'm sure the Ouija board might scare you more.
Potentially. But we'll find out what happened to Andy here.
Some of the warning signs that something's going wrong is if the person starts breathing heavily or breaks the trance. You should do this by gently slapping their face and telling them to wake up.
Psh, wake up.
Just keep... They're like, I'm awake, and just keep slapping.
I don't believe you.
Who are you?
How many fingers am I holding up?
What's your dad's name? What? You can actually die in real life. Some ways this can happen. If you see a man in a suit, you get out of there. He can kill you. There are some versions where if he wears a certain type of tie, he's actually there to help you, though. If you get trapped in a water chamber, you will die.
Somebody's death out there is Red Door, Yellow Door. Somebody at a funeral and they're like, cause of death.
Red Door, Yellow Door.
Red Door, Yellow Door.
I don't think so. Anyway, you get the gist. How to start and some of the dangers. Now here's how to play. Ask the subject what they see. If there are no doors, get them out, apparently. If you do see doors, ask them what color the doors are. After they reply, ask them how it makes them feel. If it's a negative feeling, either get them out or tell them to go to another door. Repeat this process. If it's a good feeling, tell them to go in. Ask them what they see. If it's concrete with holes around the top, get them out. It's a water room. There are other rooms, but I won't go into that. If you want more detail, just look up the Red Door, Yellow Door game. My first time playing Red Door, Yellow Door, nothing interesting happened. I encountered a man in a suit, but he didn't do anything. Fast forward a few years or so, I was hanging out with Lance and Terry. Now, me and Lance, who had played before, mentioned to Terry that we had played some scary games. And we started messing around. First, we played Cat Scratches. And then she told us to give us her best we had, the scariest game. And we agreed. And we told her what to do. Lance wanted to be the leader, so I sat down next to Terry. She put her arms down after about 20 seconds, which is long. Lance asked her what she saw. She said she saw a hallway filled with doors. He told her to approach the door to the left and asked her what color it was. She said it was like an orangey yellow. He asked her how it made her feel. She said it made her feel good. He told her to enter. He asked her what she saw. She said it was a sunset over a calm, beautiful meadow. He asked her what she felt. She felt calm. Then Lance asked her if there were any other doors in that room. And that's when things went straight to hell. Terry said yes. Lance looked slightly confused. He said, okay, and asked her what color that door was. And she said it was white. He asked her how she felt, and she said she wasn't sure. And he told her to go in. He asked her what she saw, and she said that there was a man in front of her. He asked her if he was in a suit, and she said yes. And we agreed she should leave. Lance told her to leave, and she said that there was no door. At that point, my blood ran cold. We wildly tried to convince her that there was a door, but it did not work. She said the man was moving towards her. Lance tried to slap her gently, but with no luck. We started panicking, and she started getting scared. I told her that there was a weapon beside her, a gun, a knife, anything, and she had to kill the man.
She's like, wait, he took it. He took
oh my God, he's got a gun on me. She suddenly said that she couldn't, that his face was that of her dad.
Oh, shit.
Lance was on the brink of tears now, and I was feeling uneasy. I told her to look around the door again, and she said that there was one. Feeling relief, I told her to run, and Lance was actually in tears now. And Terry opened her eyes. You'd think that'd be the end, right? But it was not. Lance and I were relieved, but I was first noticed that something was wrong. Terry was sitting against the wall, and her face was buried in her knees. I asked her what was wrong, and she said she was in a castle. I realized that the game was not over yet. I asked her what she saw. My friend calls Dad, but I shushed him. This wasn't the best idea because I felt like if we brought another unfamiliar face, Terry would get more scared. And Lance was crying harder now, but he remained relatively calm, bawling, just calm. Just
okay. The calm bawling.
I again asked Terry what she saw, but she started to bawl. She said, saying that life wasn't worth living, and she was scared that she was going to live in a cage, and why did I trap her here? And she was crying too now, but she was shaking, rocking back and forth. And I was on the brink of crying in tears. I offered my hand, and she said, don't touch me. I desperately asked her where she was, and she said that she was out now. But her and Lance were still crying, and Lance's dad came downstairs and said that we should call her parents to get her home. I called my mom, who was also in town, and she picked me up. And that's the end.
He's like, can't you guys play Halo like normal kids?
Can't you just play a video game? What are you doing? He's like, don't do dark magic rituals in my back room. Did she get possessed? You think she just got really freaked out?
Yeah. I think...
Come on.
Well, not to get to the discussion too soon, but I think a lot of this game is along the same lines as the people that go to hypnotic regression to a lesser degree and just start diving into the subconscious in a way that your brain's malleable.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I do have a question though. Why do you think that the man in the suit is so prevalent? Like, there are two separate posts about the man in the suit.
I think it's just like shadow figure, man in a coat, man in a suit. I think it's just...
I think it might be the government.
Oh.
The government sending their intellectual
Matrix
mind
shit?
agents, yes, into your brain, and they're seeing that you're touching depths that you're not supposed to touch.
What's this guy's name?
What?
What was the guy's name who did the Reddit thing? It's there.
Andy.
Mr. Anderson.
Mr. Anderson.
Mr. Anderson. Yeah. All right. We can go Matrix.
Yeah, sure. So that's red door, yellow door. I think it's actually really creepy.
I think it's as creepy as your subconscious allows it to be.
It's pretty creepy. My
Yeah.
subconscious is full of dark, mysterious things.
No, yours would be like a little gnome that's like, would you like a cookie, Charlie?
Every door is just gnomes.
You're like, I'm stuck here, but it's okay.
I do like cookies.
You're like, just 4 ounces, please.
So this next game is called the 100 Candles.
Holy shit. You know how expensive this game would be at Bath and Body Works?
You can only play this game if you grew up in Hudson.
That's a rich area of Ohio for those of you that... Even if you get the cheap candles, man, 100?
Yeah. The tea candle. Well, you get the little tea candles.
Could you imagine
They're not gonna last so long.
if you burned 100 Bath and Body Works candles? You know the Indiana Jones scene at the end where the dude's face melted?
Yeah.
That's what would happen with the scent. And I'm not saying I would hate it.
No, it'd be a tough way to go.
There's worse ways to go than face melting from 1,000,000 of frozen lakes or
Clean.
that's my favorite scent from Bath and Body.
Was it clean laundry?
Anyone wants to send me frozen lake candles, it is my favorite. But dude, 100?
Yeah.
Oh, is that true or is that just like a name?
No, it's true.
All right.
We can't do this game alone because of that.
We're too poverty to play this game, so we have to vicariously live through Reddit.
So this is supposedly a Japanese cursed game. It was believed to have been a rite of passage of courage for samurai warriors in feudal Japan. Believed. I will say this game does date back like past the 16th century.
They just went to a flea market, found the candle maker, and said 100.
And he's like, "Thank God, pay my rent this month.
I could live. I could feed my children."
Yeah, I do. I do find it very interesting that people have been tempting fate like this for such a long time.
If you have 99, you just explode. You do the game, the ritual, and then you just explode if it's 99.
Can you imagine the amount of heat in that room? I feel like that could like heat a whole room. 100 candles in there?
Yeah.
Be hot.
Toast.
Your smoke alarm is like, please, or like worst case scenario, right? Domino effect. One goes down, just like,
Oh, no.
And it's just like, well, I'm dead now.
That might be the threat in this game. I don't know. Let's find out.
So this game is meant to be played either with a new moon or the evening of full moon, which is, I don't know if you know, tonight's a full moon.
Yeah, I saw it.
Tonight's the blood moon, dude.
That's true. Yeah.
There's also another event going on, which I think
The planetary alignment.
Yeah.
I missed it because some of you might find this hard to believe, but Ohio is cloudy. It's cloudy.
Yeah,
It's cloudy. I don't often prepare sunglasses, even though sometimes I regret that. But unfortunately, I went actually in the middle of nowhere in Orville, Worcester area to visit my sister.
Yeah.
On Saturday.
Yeah.
And that was the planetary alignment. I was so excited because literally, like the first time I ever visited my sister, I just took one step out, looked up, and like, oh, there's the Milky Way. So I had confidence that I would see these planets and
well, maybe I wasn't talking about
cloudy.
that. There's actually another one tonight.
it might be multiple days. But
No.
Saturday was the best day to see the planetary
No, there's a
alignment.
lunar eclipse.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's we were you nodded your head like we were. No,
I thought it was the
there's
same
supposed to be
page.
like 5 planets in a row Saturday.
Oh wow, that's pretty crazy.
Didn't see it, so it didn't matter.
Did you know that?
Yes, I just told you. No, he's just.
I'm just rage betting.
He's just.
Anyway.
Yeah, you're
so,
right. There's a lunar eclipse as the recording of this.
So you need, like I said, you need 100 candles that can last. You can't get the tea lights; they have to last 8 hours. Those are thick candles. You need a space. You need 2 to 3 rooms and a dark hallway to separate the rooms.
See, in this economy, you have to have 2 to 3 rooms and 100 candles.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
You also need a group of friends that have 100 scary stories between them. Face.
listen, we need to find these friends and like use it to promote our podcast. Like, listen to our podcast or like personal.
No, not personal.
All right.
No,
we
you
got
can
we
make-
got more than 100 episodes.
But they should be true, supposedly.
Divvy it up. What are you saying?
Anyway, you also need a low table and a mirror.
So, dude, you're on. You get to like 87, and you're almost there.
Yeah.
And so it was like, I saw the Wampus cat, and all the candles just go. They go out. Damn it.
So in feudal era Japan, it also said that you need to wear blue during
Crips.
this. What?
Crips.
Yep. Only Crips can play this game. You're right. Bloods are not allowed to play. You don't have to wear the blue anymore. But the poster said that there's not as many encounters as there used to be.
What scent would the Crips use?
Blue, clean laundry.
Yeah.
Clean laundry.
I agree.
Yeah. What's some of the Bloods
Gotta
use?
keep those blues tight.
Yeah. What's some of the Crip Bloods use?
Oh, like a sugar cookie.
Pink. It was so
reddish pink.
That was so, like, you had it locked in. That's so funny. So you pick one room to make the comfortable for your guests, and the other room, preferably down the hall, to fill with 100 candles. And in the candle room, you set a low table with a mirror. You make sure this room is as dark as possible, so only light will come from the lit candles. Right as your party begins, light all the candles. It's going to take a while to light all the candles.
It's got a team effort here.
You got to do like a church thing.
Buy multiple candle lighters.
Yeah. Matches.
What do you do with all the lids? Damn.
What?
Coasters.
Oh, yeah. The group arranges themselves into the non-candle room, and each participant will take a turn telling stories they can think of. Stories can be about ghosts, monsters, real life, horror, etc., but they all should be true. They all should be about 3 to 5 minutes in length because you have to sit through 100 stories.
I like how they say real life, like, all right, Betty in accounting.
Well, I think like true crime.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
After each story, the teller must walk alone to the candle room and extinguish one candle flame. He or she must then kneel to the table and look in the mirror and wait for 1 minute. It'll take forever. This might not seem like a challenge for the first few trips, but as the night wears on, the room becomes darker and scarier, and stories begin to put more fear into the state of the mind. After the 100th tale, the final candle is extinguished, and there is said to be a spirit that appears in this mirror. Many groups choose to end their evening at the 99th candle and avoid welcoming into the spirit. Fucking cowards.
Listen, if I'm gonna do this,
no.
I'm gonna do the thing. Remember elementary school when you were reading and you looked around the room and you started counting and you were like, all right, they got a paragraph, they got a paragraph, they got a paragraph. And you're like, all right, this is mine. I'm gonna start reading it now. I'm gonna ignore everything else everyone's saying so that when it's my turn to read, I got my paragraph down.
Yeah.
When you're playing this game, you gotta be like, who's the last one? Who's gonna be the last? Okay, them.
Yeah, or like in improv, like you shouldn't do this, but like I did it all the time. Is like you line up your answer before.
Yeah. You line up the joke, the punchline before.
Yeah,
and then the other person completely.
I'd say it works about 75% of the time. I was 75% very funny.
Could you imagine if you didn't tell everyone that you were gonna stop at 99?
Yeah.
It's like you guys, you light them all. You everything.
You're so fucking mad.
The guy's walking by with the last one. You're just like, all right, you want to catch the game? The people from the first story are like samurais. They didn't have smartphones. How did they count for? What was their stopwatch for a minute? How did they do it?
That's a good question. Probably just
like 1, 2, 3. No,
you gotta sense it out, right? You gotta like kind of sit there.
I don't like how it is on the last person to summon the, you know what I mean? Like,
I think that's where you send your new samurai to test his courage.
You send the new friend. You want to join a friend group?
Yeah.
You want to go bowling with us?
That's a good initiation. Bowling. No.
You want to go ice skating with us every other Thursday? Gotta summon this ghost.
You want to play fantasy football with us? You gotta summon a demon.
You're drafting last.
No. That's the punishment. That's the fantasy football punishment.
So they summon the spirit, and what happens?
I don't know. Just shows up.
No one's ever made it past 99.
No, I don't think so. There's no stories associated with this.
There's not 100 good stories.
Real stories.
Yeah. People out there murdering just to add to their stories. I can go make one real quick.
And then the killer's found.
And then the killer couldn't believe they were stopping at 99.
Yeah, no, there's no stories associated with this. It's just a spooky game. If you play it, let us know because I'm very curious.
If it was like 10, I would consider it. But no, ain't nobody got time for 100.
It's like supposed to be like 8 hours long. It's a long game. If you're
we could do the math, but we're not going to.
What do you mean?
Well, you said 100 stories. Each story is 3 to 5 minutes.
Let's just say 3.
So, okay, so 300.
Yeah.
So 60, 120, 180, 240, 5 hours.
Oh,
but there's prep of lighting the candles.
Prep, and then you have to sit for 1 minute too and watch the mirror. That's an additional
hour.
100 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, an hour. Yeah.
It's a long time. It's a long game.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess with all the stuff, then you gotta eat. You know, you gotta take a
Get
you
snacks.
take a minute to eat. You know. So yeah, I could see it being 7-8 hours.
All right. So this next one is called the Baby Blue Challenge.
I've heard of this, but I don't know it.
Okay. This might hit you a little bit different as a parent. Even as not a parent, I was like, ooh, I don't think I like this. It's a little creepy. So essentially, it's a sort of a version in the same vein as Bloody Mary. The origin of the game is hard to find, but it has popped up because of TikTok.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My bad.
It was a fad a few years ago to play the game and to film it and put it onto the talk. Now, there's two versions, and maybe one is real and the other one's not, because like maybe one produces results and the other one doesn't.
Maybe neither's real. Who knows?
Maybe, I don't know. So you go into the bathroom, you lock the door. This game must be played in the bathroom, as it requires access to a wall mirror and a toilet. Turn off all the lights and make sure the door is locked.
I'm afraid how the toilet gets involved.
It's involved. So you cradle your arms to your chest and you chant "Baby Blue, Blue Baby" 13 times while you're facing the mirror, holding your arms in front of you like you're holding a baby. Repeat this phrase, "Baby Blue, Blue Baby," 13 times without making a mistake. If you mess up, you have to start over. And then what's going to happen is you're going to start to feel the weight of a baby in your arms. If you do the ritual correctly, it should get heavier, like you're holding an actual baby. The baby will get heavier and heavier as it grows larger. At this point, you also might feel it scratching your arms. So what happens next is when you start to feel it scratching, quickly flush the invisible baby down the toilet.
Damn.
Before it becomes too heavy. And then you run out of the bathroom. If you make it out of the bathroom, you've won. If you're too slow, a hideous woman will appear in the mirror and yell, "Give me back my baby."
You flushed my baby?
Yeah.
Imagine having to call a plumber and explain that situation.
There's a baby stuck.
There's a baby. No. It's a demon ghost baby.
No, it's not a real baby.
Yeah.
It's a monster.
Yeah. It's like, I'm charging double.
Yeah.
Get the snake.
Version 2. So at night, you grab your friend and you go into the bathroom and you lock the door.
They're like, what's happening? I thought it was just
Are
a
we
slumber
pooping?
party. Tag team in this toilet.
Oh, God, what's it? Upper decker. Or one does the bottom and one gets on top.
I don't know
You shouldn't do that.
what kind of parties Charlie's been going to, but
I was in college. I had a fun time. So you go in the bathroom, you lock the door, you turn off all the lights, you fog up the mirror by breathing on it and turning on the hot water and the shower into the sink. And once the mirror is fogged up, decide which player will go first. Have the chosen player write "Blue Baby" with the finger in the condensation in the mirror. Then have them cradle their arms in front of them and rock the baby. Keep cradling your arms until you start to feel it get heavy, like you're holding an actual baby. When it starts to get too heavy, hand the baby to your partner. Then they will cradle the baby the same way as it grows heavier and heavier. As you pass the baby between you, make sure you don't drop the weight. If you do, you'll feel a scratch on your arm. You only have 2 chances to not drop the baby. Any more than that, a ghostly woman will appear in the mirror. If you do drop the baby more than twice, run out of the bathroom as quickly as possible so their mother doesn't get you. Once you successfully pass the baby back and forth for a while, wipe off the condensation from the mirror. The weight should start to feel lighter until it disappears completely. Simply leave the bathroom and you've won the game.
I like the second one better where you're not flushing a pretend baby.
I do too. It feels so awful, right?
Although I'll say though, at least the first one has more of a finality where I feel like you could second guess yourself in the second one. Like, are we ending too soon? Like, are you feeling it later? Am I feeling it later?
Mm-hmm.
You know, where the first one is very clear. Like when it's flushed, it's done.
Yeah.
Where the second one I feel like is a little bit more ambiguous, which, if true, would be scary.
Yeah. So actually, I have an encounter for this story. They said, "Please don't attempt this. I'm warning you. However cool you think you are, however lame you think these things are, do not play this game." You might be asking yourself why right now. Well, here's what happened when I decided it would be a good idea to try something that's so stupid. I was at a party 2 weeks ago with some friends, and after I had all died down, when it got late, there's nothing to do. So someone asked me if we could play the Bloody Mary ritual in the bathroom. My best friend decided to pipe up and say, that Bloody Mary game was so done, and we should try a different game, Blue Baby. Of course, very few of us actually knew what Blue Baby was, so she had to explain it. Apparently, it's a horror game based off some pretty sick story that happened. In the legend, a woman murdered her newborn baby, blue-eyed baby, because she was having some whacked-out visions. She took the baby to the bathroom and shattered the mirror and scratched out his eyes with a shard of glass. After she had done this, she took the screaming child and flushed it down the toilet, causing him to drown and die inside the cold pipes. She later killed herself. Of course, being teenagers with nothing better to do, we thought this was a great idea to play this game. Someone suggested that we play a round of Inky Blinky Bones to decide what poor sap would actually have to try this. Do you know what Inky Binky Bones is?
No.
I don't know. No idea what that is.
It's probably like Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo, maybe.
Or Catch a Tiger by a Toe.
That's
Something
the
like that.
same thing.
Inky Binky Bones. Something like that. Well, that person was me. I was resentful of letting them shove me into the bathroom to do this, but I don't have a lot of fear, so I didn't care that much. I decided to show off. So I lit a candle and began. I turned on the shower to fog up the mirror with my friends as they taunted me, trying to scare me, saying things like, you're going to die, bitch. Don't worry, just remember to flush the baby down the toilet, and you won't last a minute with the lights off. When the mirrors fogged up, I wrote Baby Blue on the mirror and told everyone to shut up so I could turn off the lights. In the dimness and the silence of the bathroom, with only my friends snickering to comfort my thoughts of being done, I was beginning to shake. After a moment, I held my arms as if cradling a baby so I could do this right. I was about to walk out when nothing happened. Then I felt a pressure in my arms as if something gently laid a baby in them. I gasped and held my breath, trying to bring myself back to reality as everyone outside the bathroom was silent, trying to acknowledge what was going on. Then the real horror started. The weight of my arms was beginning to increase as the infant started to scratch at my arms and face. I remember not to drop it unless I wanted the mother to come out, but it was too late. I dropped the baby. I was hyperventilating, and it started to cry, and so did I. I tried to open the door, screaming for help, but it wouldn't budge as my friends tried desperately from the other side to get me out and release me from this nightmare. They kept calling me and yelling me that this wasn't funny and to unlock the door. I screamed at them, the baby is still clawing at me. It's crying and it's getting louder. Get me the fuck out. They told me to stop messing with them because they didn't hear anything. And then I let out a shriek as the mother of the infant started to approach me and climb through the mirror. I almost shit bricks as she stepped out in front of me. She looked at me, at her screaming child, and then back to me. And she let out a shriek. Give me back my baby. Her eyes are as blue as the sky, but full of intensity and rage that is horrifying beyond any description. She turned around and shattered the mirror, almost causing my only source of light to go out. My friends heard the shattering of glass, and I screamed over and over again that I was sorry. They tried breaking down the door with no avail. I scooped up the baby in my bleeding arms and ran to the toilet while she was slowly approaching me with a large shard of glass. I dropped the baby into the toilet and flushed it down. My candle went out right as my mother disappeared. I flicked on the light, and my eyes blurred with tears and pain and fear that was running down my scratched up face. I couldn't move because my body and my mind were in total shock. I blacked out then. I woke up and it was 2 a.m. and my arms and my legs had band-aids all over them. My friends were surrounding me, asking me what happened. I answered their questions, still too horrified to speak much, and then I drove myself home. My friends' parents were furious about the condition of their bathroom, but they didn't say anything else about it because I never walked back in there again. This is what happens when you mess with dead or the spirits, the things you don't know about. Please don't attempt this. End story.
It's just a long lesson to teach you not to trust everyone to hold your baby. Some of these people got butterfingers.
Mm-hmm. You shouldn't hold babies, right? Like, you should hold babies. But, like, if someone asks you,
You should juggle babies.
If you see a baby, don't touch it without asking. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most things you shouldn't just touch without asking.
That's true.
And
right?
if you do, support the head.
That's true too. I knew that. I knew that one from my.
I was going to say before we got to the encounter, it would be very creepy if you're just kind of playing along with it, but then you start hearing like a distant baby cry. Like
Yeah.
that would be. Also, in that scenario where you're in the dark, you got the baby, well, you drop the baby, and the mom comes out and she's holding a piece of the glass or whatever.
Yeah.
My instinct would be to give her the baby and not flush it. I know that you're not supposed to necessarily do that, but my instinct is like, here you go.
You die, bro.
Well,
unfortunately, that's how you don't make it out. It's a creepy. That story is unsettling to me.
it's another game where there's no win.
No win.
There's no win. If you did it, then you're traumatized.
Yeah. If you did it right, it's very scary.
And let me tell you, bathroom, not really a place I want to be traumatized. Because, fun fact, you're going to have to go to the bathroom. Like, you can't avoid it. You know what I mean?
You do.
Like, if you have a really bad experience at, like, a trampoline park, it's probably pretty easy to avoid that for the rest of your life. But bathroom?
Yeah, no, you have to go to the bathroom at least several times a day.
You used to do, that's Jerry. He always poops outside now.
You just can't help it.
It's just Jerry and his shovel against the world.
Speaking of bathrooms, bro, I was watching this new show called it's The Hedge Knight.
Okay.
It's a Game of Thrones spinoff, but the second episode, this older knight comes out fully naked, penis out. But the thing about this, he had the biggest penis I've ever seen in my life. It was down to his knees. And he just grabs it with one hand and goes pee. He's like, oh. And you know what? I was like, I don't. Like, I was like, I thought there was an animal there. It was wild.
So there's a fourth curse game?
Yeah, there's another one. So this game is called The Closet Game. Have you heard of this one?
No.
You play this when you're
Win.
I don't know if I made that joke.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not.
That joke. It's pretty funny, but I'm not gonna make it.
My friend played that game.
I was a loser because I didn't know.
Charlie's the only one that didn't know the rules of that game.
So like most curse games, there is no reward. It's just
Go in a closet, try not to die,
pretty much.
and you win your life.
It's
you
a
win
test of your grit and spirit,
a new look on your life if you pass.
bro. For real. So you are literally summoning a demon into a room with you.
Let's play.
Okay, super fun. So I actually got an article from Vocal.
Can't afford a PS5? I got a game for you.
The graphics are amazing.
There's no autosave.
No, there's
No
not.
checkpoint.
No. Like, can you imagine being okay? Seriously, put yourself in the late 80s,
Okay.
right? And your friend's like, let's play this game I found in a book.
Nintendo? I don't know.
No, it's this.
This
You
game.
can't afford Nintendo.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. I can't. And you're like, what's the game? You're like, you're summoning a demon into the closet.
With me.
No, pass. Hard pass. So the closet game is a paranormal game ritual around summoning a demon, performing a simple yet dangerous sequence into a dark closet. If done correctly, you may see a demon, or at least feel its presence. The game has notorious for its risks, like summoning a demon. It can lead to dangerous consequences, including hauntings, possessions, or worse.
Death.
Yeah. It's important to know that the closet game is not just a game. It's a ritual that can permanently alter your life and home. Many warn against playing it, but for those who dare, it can be deeply and truly experienced.
It's for the thrill seekers out there.
Listen, I'm a different kind of thrill speaker. I want to jump out of an airplane with a parachute.
With a demon. I want to play a Ouija board jumping out of an airplane at 3 a.m.
3 a.m. 3 a.m. I must be over there.
The demon is like, all right, you crazy. You are insane.
He summoned the demon while midair. It's like,
He's like,
oh
what?
my God.
What the fuck? I can't fly. They took my wings.
So what you need for the ritual? You need a closet. The closet must be completely in the dark when the door is closed and large enough for you to stand comfortably with the door closed.
Gotta be a walk-in.
It does have to be a walk-in. You need a box of matches or a book of matches because that will protect you once the demon is summoned. You must
demons hate fire.
Definitely known to avoid fire. And the smell of sulfur. You must only use one match. If the match goes out, you may be at risk. Never turn around. Facing the demon could have serious consequences. Always end the ritual properly. Failing to close the ritual could leave the demon attached to you or your home. Preparation. The ritual should be performed at night when the house is quiet and there's minimal interference. Midnight is considered the ideal time. Make sure the closet you choose can be completely dark when the door is closed. Any light from outside will invalidate the ritual. You should not use any source of light except the match during the game. So you step inside the closet with the matches in your hand. Close the door behind you, ensuring that the room is totally dark. Stand in the dark for at least 2 minutes. Use this time to gather your thoughts and to focus. Silence prepares you for summoning the demon. After 2 minutes of silence, say the following phrase clearly in a low voice. Show me the light or leave me in the darkness. As soon as you finish saying the phrase, you must light the match without delay. This is the most critical moment in the ritual. The match serves as your protection and must be lit as quickly as possible. If you are successful in lighting the match, hold it steady and make sure it stays lit. Do not let the match go out. Encountering the demon. Once the match is lit, you may start feeling a presence behind you. It is essential that you do not turn around and attempt to look at whatever is behind you. Keep your back to the entity and remain still. Some participants report hearing faint whispers or footsteps behind them. Others may feel cold air or a sensation of someone standing very close. No matter what happens, keep your eyes forward and your back to the presence. Continue holding the match until it burns out completely on its own. Once the match burns out, it is safe to slowly open the closet door. Open the door and leave the closet immediately. Do not linger inside the closet after the match burns out. After the ritual, your closet is no longer a normal space. It is said that opening the closet door in the dark could result in seeing glowing, staring eyes back at you. The eyes belong to the demon you summoned, and looking directly at them could be dangerous. Some people report feeling haunted or having nightmares if they sleep near the closet where the ritual took place. It is advised to sleep in a different room and avoid that closet entirely, especially that night. If the match goes out before you open the closet, the demon will have full access to your space. This could result in haunting or worse. Make sure the match fully burns out as long as possible. Attempting the ritual more than once can weaken the barrier between you and the demons, increasing a permanent attachment to you. Repeating the ritual or playing multiple times can attract malevolent entities to your home, leading to long-term hauntings or attachments. If the ritual is successful, you will feel the presence of the demon, but you will remain unharmed if you follow the rules carefully. So that is the closet game.
Man, I got some haunted sweaters in here.
Imagine playing this like in like your mom's like spare bedroom, and like your Aunt Sally comes to spend the night, and she's just gonna leave, not Aunt Sally
She's
anymore.
like flying like across the ceiling.
Mm-hmm. She's like, I'm Linda Blair.
Gosh. Man, why would you want to play multiple times? Playing multiple times can make it a little worse. I would have trouble lighting my match. You're just like, come on.
Dude, that'd be so scary. Yeah, I know, exactly.
Light.
That literally happened to me the other day, not in the closet or anything, but I was trying to light a match. It just wouldn't light.
Yeah. I was just imagining how scary that'd be. You just light and something's just right in front of your face.
Or right behind you. Dude, you feel it.
My son tries to jump scare me all the time. But he's like 4. So he, like, you'll watch him go where he's hiding. Like, we'll be, like, in the bathroom brushing, and he'll, like, look at me and laugh and then, like, hide behind something.
Yeah.
But today, he was home from school feeling not well. And he tried, like, he ran out from behind my hallway and was like, boo. I was like, ah. And I was making food, and I was cutting broccoli, and I was, like, really hyper-focused on it. And whenever I'm cutting broccoli, I pull my garbage can out
Yeah.
so I can throw like the stem stuff away. And I turned around and he popped up behind the garbage can. And I thought he was in the living room at this point. Genuinely got me. And I like screamed, but he thought I was play screaming. And like he laughed and then he's like, I didn't really get you, did I? And I was just like,
No.
no. But I was thinking about that when you were going through the store. I was imagining lighting the candle and just like something popping in my face, like what I would do.
Jesus.
I would probably fall backwards, trip.
Well, I would advise Joey not to scare you while holding a knife again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say broccoli. I also want everyone to know that if I tried this game, within 2 minutes, my cat is scratching at the closet.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Like, hey, come on, buddy. Let me in. What are you doing?
I do have a fun story. I don't have a real encounter.
That would be terrifying if like you didn't know your cat or something was in the closet.
Oh
with
my
you,
God.
And you like do it and you start hearing rumbling and you feel something into your leg.
Yeah.
Oof.
Also, you summon a demon into the room with you and your cat. The
He's
cat's
like,
possessed.
You just hear a sneeze. He's like,
I'm allergic. My parents were cat people. It just, I'm always sneezing.
It's like the devil from Tenacious D. All right, I do have a fun story. It's
Okay.
not real. It's on No Sleep.
okay.
But I will say this is an entertainment podcast. Fun stories abound.
Well, it's nice to say up front that we don't think it's real either.
I know this one's real. I know this one's not real. This is from Muffin Tay. Me and my friends played the closet game. I hate paranormal games. When I say I hate, I mean hate. But for my 15th birthday party, I didn't want to have anything big. I'm kind of antisocial. So I decided to just have a sleepover with a few close friends. It was me and 3 other girls. And one of my friends, a demon also. One of my friends had recently heard about the closet game and really wanted to play it. I, of course, refused. But the other girls said that they wouldn't mind trying it. They said, I wouldn't mind getting possessed by a demon.
That'd be so cool.
So I didn't want to look like a chicken, and I didn't want to be left out. So I said we could try it one time. So first, I want to know what it was. And she explained what it was, and it could potentially connect you to another dimension or a demon by the means of a closet. She explained how to play the game. And then if you heard whispering, light the match immediately. If you don't hear anything, and the match doesn't light itself, don't turn around. If you don't light the match fast enough, you'll be dragged into the eternal darkness. Keep the match lit. If it goes out, relight it. Open the closet and slowly walk out. Don't turn around. And from now on, whenever you enter the closet, the light has to be on. I was scared. I didn't want to play the game. The girl that wanted to play did it first. It lasted for about 5 minutes, and then she came out. And she claimed that she felt uneasy, but nothing else. Of course. I should have known that this game was fake from there, right? The second girl went in and came out within 5 minutes as well. And she said that she felt uneasy, but heard a couple of thuds. That was probably nothing. I wasn't too scared at this point, so I ventured to go next. I brought the match in and entered the dark, cold closet. Shivers went down my spine. I started trembling, and I lied to myself. I was scared. I stood there for 2 minutes, and I said, show me the light or leave me in the dark. A minute passed, and I was about to say it again when I felt it. Cold fingertips brush against my arm. And I had the urge to turn around, but I remembered I couldn't. And then I heard it, whispering. I quickly lit the match. It was so hard to do because my hands were shaky. After I lit the match, I slowly opened the closet door and walked out, careful not to break any of the rules of the game. I dared not to turn around. My friends looked at me expectantly, and I told them what happened. My friend that hadn't went yet was a skeptic and said she didn't believe me. But the other girls were convinced. The skeptic girl was last to go, and she hadn't a trace of fear on her face. She went in, and we left the room until we heard her opening the closet door. Here's the thing. It took her 7 minutes to come out. Everyone before her, me and the other 2 girls, had only taken 5. When she opened the door, it wasn't slow. It was like she almost broke it down. Her eyes were huge, and she slammed the door behind her. Then she saw us. She looked shocked, and then she quickly regained her composure, like she was trying to hide something. She looked at us and said she wasn't feeling very well and wanted to go home. We were confused because she was fine before she played the game. She told my mom that she wanted to get her stuff to leave. Before she walked out the door, she whispered something in my ear that I'll never forget. She said, "Never play the closet game again. It's better to be left in the darkness than to see their light." I listened to her, and I haven't played since. I never saw that girl again. What scares me most is that even though the timer said that she'd spent 7 minutes in the closet, I had no idea whether she actually spent more time in there or not.
Well, why?
I don't know.
The timer.
I believe the timer.
I'm not social, so I only brought my 3 closest friends. I never saw that girl again. I mean, we know it's fiction, so
Yeah, it is fiction. The
she's just
craziest part
dropping
is-
bars while she's leaving.
The craziest part about this game for me, though, is like you are permanently destroying one of your closest, like your space, you know?
Yeah, unless you do it at a friend's house.
Yeah, and then that friend's house is destroyed, you know what I mean?
Makes me think of a very early episode. It was like one of the LA apartment where it had like a pentagram.
Oh, I know who that is.
Yeah,
That was,
we know who. Yeah.
yeah.
But imagine like that closet. Like this is the kind of stuff that was happening.
I don't know about that.
Cursed games ruining houses.
So that's the last curse game I have for us today. A lot of fun today. Lots of fun games we discussed. Nothing to break your mind or possess your body. Let's talk about the discussion. So we've got 4 curse games to talk about. Talk about if you think that they are potentially real, if any reality to them.
So we got red door, yellow door.
Yeah.
We have, what was the second one?
100 candles.
100 candles.
Yeah. Baby blue.
Baby blue in the
And the
closet.
closet game,
If you had to play one of these.
Red door, yellow door.
Yeah, I think that's the
Yeah.
safest one.
It's less scary. Least scary, I think.
I truly think that one's up to your own subconscious discretion.
I don't, but also I think it's the least scary.
Although the 100 candles one, you never get to the end. You're just hanging out with your buddies, telling each other ghost stories, blowing out candles, smelling up the room with sugar cookie.
Sugar cookie? Yeah.
If you're blood.
If you're blood. I do think, I don't know. What about you? Also red door, yellow door?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think
Although
of those?
the 100 candle one, if you have the time.
It's, yeah. In my mind, right, you're a bunch of teenagers. You rented it like an Airbnb. And your parents are upstairs and you're downstairs.
They let you borrow the third Rolls Royce. To drive to the Airbnb.
You got the platinum card to buy all the candles.
Mommy and Daddy lent me the platinum card. How embarrassing.
Would you not do the other games because you think they'd be real?
No, it's the same thing as Bloody Mary, where it's 99% sure that they're not real, but that 1% is just, it's not worth it.
I would not.
Even the 11-mile game, at least at the end, you're supposed to open your trunk and there's something there.
Yeah.
Like the closet game is maybe summon a demon, maybe not. No win.
Yeah.
The 100 candle game is hoping you're not the last person to look in the mirror and not really even knowing what comes out of that. And then red door, yellow door is hoping you don't bring something back from this experience. And then nothing good comes from the blue baby because it's just like Bloody Mary.
These are all just kind of like thrilling games.
Yeah. Like, I guess, like, wanting to know if the paranormal exists. Here you go.
I think that's part of it too.
Proof. So you can tell your friends. So you can write your Reddit story.
Exactly. I think it's also a bit of a belief thing. Like if this happens to me, it's real.
But it's also peer pressure and conformity.
Well, very much so. That happened in the last story. Very much so.
And the blue baby too, right?
In that story too.
Yeah. Friends pressuring friends to get haunted for life.
In the first story, let's get haunted. In the first story,
shout out Nat wrote a book.
Oh yeah, Nat did right back.
And
we're gonna do it for book club.
Yeah, which is free.
Yeah, it's called Horde
by
Nat Strawn. In the first story, red door, yellow door.
Yeah.
They broke the rule. Do you remember? Did you see what rule it was? She wasn't sure about which door to go into.
And they still went with it.
Yeah. Yep. I was like, that's the rule. And then they broke the rule in the baby one and also the closet one too.
Well, these wouldn't be good stories if they didn't break the rules.
I guess. Well, you know, that's not true. The Three Kings story, they didn't break any rule, and that was freaky. That one stuck with me.
That one, I would say that story is a little bit more, well, not more than Baby Blue, but I think it's more intense than the other ones.
I think it is much more intense. But the closet, they shouldn't have played multiple ones. Also, man, I just can't explain to my mom like why you can't open the door without a light on there. Ever. Like, what do you do?
All that demon does is it takes one of your clothing every month, and you don't know which one, and
You're
it's
like,
the
"Why?"
one you really need.
Yeah. Like I was looking for that sock, dude.
Where's my joggers?
This demon who is allergic to cats. So do you have any weird details you want to point out from this? Because I have one. You want me to go first?
Yeah.
The weird detail I got, the girl from the red door, yellow door, her reaction, I think makes the truest scary story I found. And by truest, I mean it was posted and it happened to somebody. Because it seemed like a genuine reaction. Like you don't know what to do. You're freaking out because your friend's in another place. To me, that the weird detail is something from the stories that's going to stick to us for this whole episode. And it's how freaked out they both were about what was happening to her.
I think if it was like a horror movie, I think the idea of her coming back, but then you realize she's not actually back, but she's moved.
Yeah.
Like you're no longer rubbing her temples. The pillow has been deflated, and she is off in the corner in fetal position, but she's still there. There's a lot of ownership on the guide. Like you got to bring her back.
There's a lot of ownership there. Yeah. They have a big job.
For me, the weird detail is I can't flushing a baby. Like
It's very strange.
and also that the lore has them flushing the baby. Like
Yeah.
you can do that. Like you can flush a baby down the drain. Like we think about the Rugrats here with the bathtub. Like
yeah.
just doesn't work.
What cursed game that we've covered in this series so far would you consider playing and why? I have a list if you wanted a list.
Yeah, throw them.
All right. The bath game, the man in the fields, the midnight man, the white kimono game, the camera game, one man hide and seek, light as a feather, stiff as board, the answer man. You know what? Don't pick light as a feather, stiff as board. It's too easy. The answer man, Three Kings ritual, dry bones, the red book, Charlotte's Web, 11 Mile game, binocular game, cat scratch, witch's window, and these four.
That's great that you made that list because for whenever we do our next cursed games, that's now what we can go off of.
Absolutely.
So,
That's exactly why I made this.
some of these are so like I remember listening to our first cursed games with the man in the field. Like that's so spooky. That was definitely attic time. I think we weren't. We were
COVID.
separate. You had
I
COVID.
had COVID.
So I was
out of my mind.
I was alone in my attic hearing about this game, and I was just like, huh?
And I was on the other side of the screen rambling because I was insane.
Yes.
Yeah. So, which one would you play? Why? I'm excited to hear your conversation about it. So, Tyler, let's rank these. Do you go for red door, yellow door? Do you think it's believable, viable, skeptical, or unbelievable?
Skeptical.
That's paranormal?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
I
it's
think
in your
it's.
mind?
I think it's just. I think your subconscious is the. You're bringing somebody to a point where it's a trance like subconscious. People are. What's the word? Where you are
lucid?
No, I mean that's true, but you are like I can affect how you feel.
Oh,
you are
in a trance. Pliable.
No, there's
It's a good word.
I need
I don't know. I don't know what the word is.
You are in a state where I can convince you of things. There's a word for that.
Hypnosis?
Come on, you're an English guy.
Yeah, I threw out a bunch of good words.
No, but susceptible.
Susceptible.
Yeah,
That's a
you
good
are
one.
easily susceptible to suggestions.
And that is half the game is really it. Suggestions.
Yeah. So I think now I'm not saying under certain circumstances the paranormal couldn't interfere. Like if you are a highly sensitive person and you were playing this game in a haunted house, then
Something could appear.
sure, then there could be things exterior things that could infect it. But I don't think anyone at any time could channel paranormal things playing this game.
I find that interesting because I know that you do. I think you do find astral projection to be real, right?
In some cases, yeah.
Yeah.
Same as this, where
And
it
also,
could happen.
you do find.
I don't think anyone can astral project.
Do you believe in hypnotic regression, like for alien encounters?
Um,
Because I thought you did.
It depends, but it's the whole reason why it's not easily evidence is because people are highly susceptible.
It's true.
Now, I think you can get people in states, and if you're trained to do so, you can pull memories out. But this isn't memories, though. Like, you're not bringing someone to the past doing this. It's just in your mind.
I go with believable. I think that people can leave their body and they can visit different places. And this
So
is
where
the
do
way
you
to
think
that.
they're going?
Depends where the doors lead. I think they could be portals to other places. Like the first one, she said she saw a sunset. So maybe it's like Hawaii or something.
The worst places you can go than that.
There are worse places. And then the next door, 100 candles.
Do we even know?
No. I just think it's a fun game to talk about.
So, unbelievable?
I don't even know what the consequences are.
Yeah.
So yeah, unbelievable.
It's no, what would a teacher put when you didn't finish it?
DNF. Or
Yeah.
That's what you put in the Olympics.
Yeah.
DNF.
Yeah, DNF.
That's fair. The next one is the Baby Blue. I don't like that game. I'll tell y'all, I don't like that game at all.
I'll go skeptical. It's I cannot go unbelievable on this because I wouldn't play it out of fear.
Uh-huh.
My theory on this one is the rocking motion
Adds weight.
makes your arms get tired and fatigued.
Yeah.
And the more fatigued your arms get as you're rocking the baby, the more
Yeah.
it feels like there's a weight.
So you're saying
And then
like
you psych yourself out.
some jack dude like wouldn't be like Patty Plimblett. He could do this game for hours. He wouldn't feel it.
I think it would feel heavier after 5 minutes, no matter what. Different layers or levels of tiredness, but I think that happens and you psych yourself out more so than like the woman appears. So you like everything outside the woman appearing could happen out of psyching yourself out and out of your arms just naturally getting more tired. But would I play this game? Hell no. So skeptical, not unbelievable.
Do you know that story at all?
No.
Oh.
No, I do not.
I kind of do.
Yeah. Okay.
I also got skeptical though. I wouldn't play. You couldn't pay me to play this game. It's freaky as shit. I wouldn't do it. But I don't really believe it's true. So, skeptical. Last game, the closet game.
Now here's the thing.
Yeah.
This is like where Baby Blue has shades of Bloody Mary. The closet game could have shades of Ouija board.
Yeah.
In terms of, is a Mattel Milton Bradley board game truly capable of speaking to the paranormal? Not on its own,
Yeah.
but with the right intention behind it,
Right.
and you're conjuring some shit.
Uh-huh.
It's a little spooky. Like just going in your closet with
Focusing
a match.
on it. Yeah.
Yeah, just going in your closet with a match outside of burning down your house cause a risk on its own inherently? No. But if you have that much intention
Uh-huh.
and you're trying to conjure something,
Mhm.
the
I think-
caveat, the same thing as the arms getting tired,
Yeah.
is the spooky part comes when the match is lit. And so when the match is lit is when you start having shadows and lights flicker from the different shapes and things in your closet, along with the glow of the match. That's when you start seeing and sensing shit. Where when it's just dark, you're just in a closet. And being in darkness is
So
scary.
creepy though.
But it's when you have the match lit that your eyes and your body can start
And you
sensing.
have that smell of sulfur. in
Yeah,
there.
yeah. So I do think there is a level of being
Also, a match
susceptible.
doesn't whisper. You know.
No, that's your mind. That's when you're in that scared
Very
state.
much so.
I'm just saying is like humans, we naturally make faces out of things and we sense it. We sense movement.
Yeah.
And
Also-
lighting the matches when the movement.
And you could also hear your friends outside talking or something.
Yeah. It's just, I'm not like,
I don't know, man.
I'm between, viable is so strong for me for this one. Like it's, skeptical feels low, but viable feels high. I need a fifth one. I need that I need when you're doing that personality questionnaire thing, and it's like strongly agree, strongly disagree, and there's neutral.
Yeah.
I really need that. We've never introduced that, so I can't just pull it out now. But I need something between them. Probs haunted.
I go viable. I wouldn't do it, and if someone in my house did it, I'd be pissed.
Let me say this: I don't think it's a closet. I don't think it's the match. I think it's the intention of conjuring. So therefore I agree. I'll give it a viable, but it feels strong.
Yeah. So that was our episode on Cursed Games, Volume 6.
Volume 6. Ooh,
Yeah.
when is Volume 7 gonna come out? Who knows?
For Volume 6, can you do like the Left 4 Dead thing, like with the bitten off hand?
Okay.
And you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that.
I know. That's copyright, I think. But
They're changing. I've
when was the last time we did a Cursed Games?
It's
been a while. What
was the game from Curse? It was the Cat Scratch.
Cat Scratch, which is a window binocular game. No.
It was
binocular game.
probably summer or spring of 2025.
Yeah, it's been a
like
while.
April, May, or June. I feel like of 2025 is my guess.
We just got an email from said, "Are you looking for a guest?" We're not.
Go play the closet game,
Bro.
and then tell us about it.
That'd be sick if we made him hop on right now.
Yeah.
And he played the closet game.
Live stream with us.
That'd be so fucking cool.
We'll bring you on the show
All right. I love this series. It's a good series.
for sure.
And if you like this episode and you'd like to hear more, you can go to Apple and you can leave a 5-star review and say something real nice like, "Oh man, that's great," or a good podcast. Thank you for doing it. Something like that. You don't have to say thank you. That's a lot, but we appreciate you. And if you want to go to Spotify, you can leave a comment on every episode between the Bizarre Newses and the Am I the Haunteds and the episodes. There's a lot going on there.
Fun fact, we recorded this one before Extraterrestrial Encounters Volume 4 dropped.
That's true.
So we don't have comments on that one.
That's true. So this one is from the Terrified Together with Ghosties.
Ghosties, Macy and
Ghosties.
Natalie, y'all are awesome.
Yes. Danielle said, "Congratulations on pronouncing 99% of the words correctly."
How do you read that? Is that snarky?
Sarcastic as shit.
Okay.
I think.
I don't remember any bad. Did we struggle
Typically.
in that episode?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I wonder what the 1% was. I'm sure I messed it up.
Mononongle.
That's come on now.
Man and
Come
gal.
on now. So Danielle, if that was snarky, I still appreciate the comment.
Well, 99% in any school is an A.
That's true.
Like
A
90% was what for you in school?
That's A.
That was
A.
a B where I went to high school.
What?
Where I went to high school,
90?
an A was 94 to 100.
That's crazy.
A B was like 88 to 93.
I went to Garfield Heights where an A was probably 86%.
Dude, when I went to Akron
Yeah.
in one of my first psych classes, I got a 90 and I thought I had a B until I saw it was an A
That's insane.
minus.
That's so funny. Carolina said, "Immediate sub. You guys are fun. Appreciate you."
Shout out both Carolinas.
I think we're fun. I think we're fun too. Maz Durbin. They said, "Love this format. Great episode. Love the banter. Appreciate that a lot. Thank you guys for listening to that. Terrified Together. That was a lot of fun to do."
Speaking of format, I mean, we can all agree that's more fun than just a traditional interview, right? Like, we
Yeah.
all agree with that.
Yeah. And if you have not heard for some reason, we are also on Ghosties as well.
Yeah, go check out Ghostie's episode with us. It's
You know,
all
like
about
the same
Ohio
day.
stuff.
Yeah, it was very cool. Macy did a great job of curating those for us.
Also, again, reminder, our live show is June 13th with Cryptids of the Corn podcast. Tickets are not that expensive. It's June 13th. We are doing a full live show. It'll have stories, theatrics, fun, drama.
Pyrotechnics.
Well, I don't know about that.
I'm going to do pyrotechnics.
I'm going to put a closet on the stage, and I'm going to light a match. I'm going to go in the closet, and then
Listen.
I'm going to be possessed.
We'll do it at
I'll
Mr.
fly.
We'll do it at Mr. E's house.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much for listening to this episode. Please play any of these games at your own discretion. But if you do, like Charlie said, message us and let us know how haunted you are. But we appreciate you listening. Thank you so much. As always, I'm Tyler.
And I'm Charlie.
And catch us next week on Believing the Bizarre.
Podcast as bizarre as you are.